second most unpopular man at the Emirates. It's Mr. Piers Morgan.
He's a guest of the show.
Adding the record with Jamie Redknapp and award-winning comedian Roisin Conaty is the footballing legend that does this.
Merson is through. Paul Merson.
He's got the former Arsenal and England star, Mr. Paul Merson. Piers, welcome to the show. You're an Arsenal fan. You love cricket. We've got a picture of you here.
Yeah.
Look at that. That must be a first. For Savage and Peterson to not be the most irritating people in the country. How did you get on that day, Piers?
I scored a glorious one not out.
Yeah.
Savage, then he took a hat-trick. Bob Brindley took 2 in 2 and then he got a third. Chris Gale was unbelievably drunk on
I'm
the
already bored.
boundary.
This is already boring.
Drinking rum. You don't like cricket, do you?
I do. I don't enjoy watching other people have a picnic. So no, I don't.
It's not though, but let me just get to this man because he comes in and he was like Ashes 05. He came in, he hit 9 sixes and 15 balls.
Yeah,
2,000 villagers going completely nuts. He's back. Look at it.
I haven't seen villagers that crazy since they drove him out of the town when they saw him as a baby with a pitchfork.
Jack, were you busy that day?
Oh, yeah, they actually had a diary clash and took the more preferable option, which was to sit at home shoving a fork up my cock.
Let's crack on with round one. Blue team, have a look at this.
Here he goes. Bolts away and gone. The greatest ever. It's an extraordinary shot.
Kevin Peterson, all top scorer, known for working hard and playing harder. So what I want to know is whose evening went pear-shaped in what way? Who woke up in a dentist's Arnold's and who broke into a stadium to pee on a pitch? Fred, which of those would be most likely to happen to you?
I think I've done 2, not the dentist one.
In one night?
Yeah, the worst one I did was I went to Germany to watch the World Cup football.
Right.
I was a guest of the Red Bull, so they looked after us all day. I had a few light ales, and then on the way home, they ushered us onto the plane first, and I was clattered. And I got on the plane, I was desperate for a wee. So I was at the front, I opened the door, I whipped my pants down, I had my willy in my hand. I opened my eyes, I was in the cockpit. Oh, no. There's this German pilot in front of me. Get him off my plane! So I got marched off the plane, past all the England fans, who even the England fans were shaking their head at what I'd done. And I had to get my own plane home because I had to be back. So it cost me a fortune, that piss.
Piers, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done on a night out?
I was once at Ronnie Biggs' house in Rio de Janeiro.
Wow.
At the time, still alive at the time, but it was 1991 when the Rock in Rio Festival was on, and we were there with the Happy Mondays. So, Sean Ryder, Bez, everyone, we had a barbecue. It was all very civilised. And then Bez was in charge of the barbecue, and they had kebabs and burgers, and he offered me some, and I took some. And for the next 9 hours, I was frenziedly tapping a large cane in the middle of Ronnie Biggs' garden. And it went on for 9 hours, and I never found out what Bez put in my kebab. I know it wasn't chili powder, and every time I speak to Sean Ryder, he always says, hey, you want any more of Bez's kebabs? 9 hours. It was a very happy Monday, I can tell you.
Paul, have you ever had a night in?
I do now.
What's the most embarrassing night out you've had?
Remembering it.
Is your ever?
We had Brian Robson put him and Jimmy Firebellies with me and my brother. We all lived together, yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's a recipe for
Yeah, there's a recipe for absolute disaster.
So I used to play a game every day on Friday. We get back from training. We get my brother and Jimmy a load of money to go and get some bottles of red wine. We come back, put the red wine into this massive glass jug. Then Gaz and my brother would sit on that seat. Me and Jimmy would sit on this seat. We wouldn't do it on a Friday because we played Saturday.
Of course, yeah, that would be irresponsible.
Load of money on the coffee table. And then we'd start drinking red wine. And every hour we'd pop the sleeping tablet. And whoever fell asleep last year to pick the money up off the table.
Now, I recently discovered a website and this is true, where you can hire ex-footballers to come on your stag do. Now, you're on the list.
Yeah.
What do I get if I hire Merson?
No, not nowadays.
Really?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
selling yourself.
Like some of them go away 3-4 days to IB.
What, with a group of strangers?
Who goes? Who can you hire for 3-4 days?
I think Neil Rudd done it the other week. I think Neil's still there. We should rent up Jamie to Hindus.
Oh my God.
With Jamie in some pink handcuffs attached to a bed.
And he comes
This could be
in
yours.
wearing just a bow tie and Liverpool shorts, and you get redknapped for a hen do. Ask us no questions, we'll tell you no lies. Jay?
I can see it now.
Jack, you came on my stag do. You were the drunkest person at my stag. Are you a fan of the stag do?
What I like best about Stag Do is that there's always one person that reveals like a true darkness in their soul.
Yeah.
And it's always the quiet one. It's always
Yeah.
like the groom's friend from home. This is my mate Colin. He's like, hello. And you're like, oh, yeah, I've got Colin down. He's wearing a fleece. Just ordered a Sprite. Bit of a square, but probably like a decent enough guy. Cut to lettuce for shitting in a woman's handbag.
Roisin, what's the most embarrassing thing you've done on a night out?
Oh gosh. I'll go recently. I was at Josh Widdicombe's birthday party.
Yeah, we love
I was
Josh.
in the middle of telling a very drunken story about my road trip across America. And halfway through the story, I was so pissed. Halfway through the story, I just picked up an ice bucket, got sick into it, and carried on the story. But anyway, Amtrak is amazing.
Of course, now you have to be careful if you have a game the day after a big night. Take a look at this.
Jordan Jones, all over the assistant, who looks like he needs a moment or two. He finds. It's not the kind of spectacle we want to see in Scottish football. Oh, he sees the funny side.
The Scottish League as well.
Of course it's
the
in the
best
Scottish
drinkers
League.
in the world. I can
Yeah.
tell you a quick story about Scotland. I was doing a show up there, and it was during January, and I tried to do dry January that year, and I got to the 4th of January, which I thought, yeah, that's pretty pathetic. I was doing a gig in Edinburgh. I said to the audience, did anyone else do dry January and failed? And this woman put up her hand at the back of the room. I was like, how far did you get? She went, lunch!
Piers, you love a night out with a celeb. Here you are with the President of the United States, Donald Trump. What's the Donald like on a night
He's
out?
just grabbing Piers by the pussy there.
Well,
He doesn't drink. He famously doesn't
famously
drink.
never had a drink in his life. Never had a cigarette.
He maybe should have a drink. That's what I think. He brags about not drinking. I'm like, just maybe have one drink and take the edge.
Trump is more fun than you think he is. People take him way too seriously.
Oh, you honestly think he'd be fun?
He's the President of the United States.
We know he'd be fun.
Serial, womanizing, drinking, party boy. Trump is following a long, illustrious list of people who are they're just a bit different. Mavericks, I like them.
Yeah, but if John F. Kennedy had Twitter, I still don't think he'd be tweeting out the sort of rubbish that the President of the United States does.
I love his Twitter feed. 70-year-old guy is the best exponent of social media in the world. Bar none. It's an amazing thing.
Do you follow him?
I don't. I can't do
Does he
that.
follow you?
No.
But you know why I know that? Because he follows 45 people in the entire world. One of them is British.
Yeah.
That's me. I love Donald Trump. He's
I'd rather be followed by Charles Manson.
Really? I don't get why the people would cheer you thinking that a mass murderer is somehow more acceptable than Donald Trump.
It's a joke.
Was it?
Where we are. We're not on news night,
We're not on Newsnight, babe. Now, on the subject of people with fake tans and obvious wigs, Jamie, what? The Spice Boys were known for big nights out. What's the most embarrassing thing you got up to?
Not necessarily for Liverpool, but for England, I'd say.
Go on.
Pre-Euro 96, when we had the dentist chair. Very embarrassing, because obviously all the pictures were... Might have been your paper, I think.
We did. We got...
Thanks for that.
As always, it was the media's fault, not the players.
No, we were behaving ourselves. It was Paul Gascoigne's birthday, and we were in this nightclub called China Jump. There was a chair in the middle of the club, and Gaz was like, "What's that for?" They said, "Oh, you go in there and they pour tequila and vodka, and you just sit there, you know, like a good England international should, you know, not really well behaved." And the best thing was that night, Terry Venables was the manager, and he said, "Listen, I'm going to send someone out pretty sensible to go out and make sure you're well behaved." He gave us Brian Robson. Which, do you know Rob? You mean the biggest loon of all? He's the first in the dentist chair. Gather everybody, and then those pictures come up. It was just terrible. Yeah.
Piers, when you were at the News of the World, as those photos came in.
Well, I was at the Mirror then, and I remember the pictures coming in. Of course, you're thinking, it's a gift from the gods, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got a bunch of England footballers better.
But I'd be over the moon if I just felt like our England team today even went on a night out.
Yeah,
I'd be over the
I agree.
moon. I'd love it so much. They all just look like they're just constantly on Instagram.
What's this about? But they all talk to each other like that.
Oh, because they all think that like it's. I don't know. I'm out with them.
Yeah.
I'm
Like when
done
they
on
say
it
like,
now.
what the fuck are you wearing tonight, Jack? That shirt looks like Brokeback Mountain.
I like it, Jack. I like it. I think if Robson and Jerome were still performing today, that's what they'd be wearing. I do. All right, Blue's embarrassing night out. Who woke up in the dentist? Who paid £300 for a taxi to McDonald's? And who peed on the pitch? Let's lock them in on your touchscreen, please.
I think pee on the pitch at the cricket game because no one would see. Yeah. No one's there.
You did.
All right, Fred, who have you gone for?
Dan Carter at the dentist. Usain Bolt, McDonald's, and Kevin Peterson peed on pitch.
Let's have a look and see if you're right. I can tell you that in 2013, KP had to apologise for urinating on the pitch late one night at the Oval. Dan Carter spent £300 on a cab to McDonald's. And following a big night out in London, Usain Bolt woke up at the dentist. Well done, Blue Team. You've scored 1 point. Stick around, we'll be right back. Not content with dominating their sport, they've also all had a go at dominating the music charts. So what I want to know is, which of these songs did our League of Their Own viewers like the most? Yes, that's right. In a first for the show, we created our very own pop chart. Jay, you're our resident rapper, big part of Stormzy's crew.
Yeah.
The way he says yeah, like I'm not joking. If you were to release an album, what would be on it?
Collaborations, I'd say.
Go on. Who would we collaborate with?
Obviously Stormzy.
Yeah, the Storm Dog, of course.
Beats as we talk.
What would your raps be about?
The street.
Growing up on the mean streets of
You
Bournemouth.
write about what you know, mate. I'd want you to see you rapping about golf.
99 problems, but a pitch ain't one.
Oh! Let's take a look at Ronaldinho. Here he is with DJ Dennis singing their hit song Vamos Viver. It's good to see them observing the swimming pool rules. No running, no diving, and no discernible melody. Piers is a former judge on Britain's Got Talent. Would that have made you hit the red buzzer?
Well, I love Ronaldinho, so the phrase we use on Britain's Got Talent when Simon wanted to get an act through, but it was terrible.
Right.
So we had to think of words that were they could mean lots of things.
Like
that
what?
was really interesting.
Yeah.
That was
remarkable.
That was powerful.
Yeah.
Really powerful. What he really meant was that was absolutely terrible.
Jack, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Anything by Bublé. Actually, my new one will probably be any of the tunes from Fat Fred's music.
here we go.
Freddie Flintoff.
I don't know if everybody here knows this. Freddie Flintoff is about to embark on Fat Friends, the musical.
What are some of the musical numbers from that we'll be singing in the future?
I think I've got 3 songs. I think I've got a ballad.
What's it called? I Love Pie.
Life Pie. Yeah, I've got a few numbers. I'm learning to sing at the minute. I've got lessons.
Do you think afterwards then you could just go on tour? Just do it?
I've got one eye on the album. Then.
Oh, I love the album. You can borrow Jack's shirt. Wear that. Fred would make a good pop star.
Yeah.
Don't you, Jack? Would you like to sing
Yes,
Fred?
and also he comes from a pop star family. His mum was called the Britney Spears of Preston. Forever heard chanting, "Hit my baby one more time."
Non-bacon related exports, which is Caroline Wozniacki. Here she is performing her hit song Oxygen.
My name is Karen. What's your name? My name is Karen. What's your name? My name is Karen. Girl, you're my match point. Boy, you're my match point.
We've actually got a picture of her when she heard the final mix of the song. Piers, what do you make of Caroline's effort?
I think we know why Rob didn't buy the album.
Jack, you like that, do you?
I've seen people in hostage videos with more joie de vivre than that. He was dancing like one of those girls in the auction at the end of Taken.
Piers, I don't need to ask you. I know exactly what your singing's like. What you lack in technique, you make up for in effort. Take a look at this.
No.
Oh me, oh my. Come, because it works. Come a chameleon. Let it go, let it go.
George is here, he's rounded up.
Really wanna hurt me.
Sometimes I actually do.
Piers, I think I speak for all of Britain when I say...
It's now the most challenging wank ever. Do an iPad.
Let's move on to Manny Pacquiao. This is Manny singing his hit song, Lalaban Ako. I love it. I'm all in on Manny Pacquiao. Roisin, what do you think of the Pac-Man singing voice?
I think that him and Ronaldinho both look like they both made decisions after 3 o'clock in the morning. Every decision is a result of those conversations.
Do you think, Jack? What did you think? What do you think? I love it.
Great sound.
Yeah.
What was he saying?
That I don't know. Having heard some of his political views, a little bit worried about what the lyrics could be.
After becoming world his face on the side of their planes. Look at that. Now, Fred, interestingly, you're the only person here who's also been honoured that way. Here's your plane.
That plane is amazing. It's got a urinal in the cockpit as well.
Now, Piers, you've actually been in a ring with Manny Pacquiao.
Yep.
Here you are here. I think we can all agree that Manny Pacquiao has missed a huge opportunity there. How was it, Piers?
Well, just go back to that picture a minute, because he looks slightly intimidated, doesn't he? I look like the aggressor. I'm marching forward. I mean, Fred, I saw you fight. You get some big lump. You struggle. That, to me...
You might see it again in a minute.
Let's lock in our... Who did our League of Their Own viewers rate as the number 1, 2 and 3?
Who's Wozniacki?
What's her name?
What's her
Wozniacki.
name? What's her name?
Wozniacki.
Wozniacki. How's your wife? Oh, she Wozniacki. Jamie, who have you gone for?
We go with Manny number 1, Ronaldinho number 2, and Wozniacki number 3.
Okay, it's time to reveal what's at the top of the League of Their Own charts this week. In at 3, it's Caroline Wozniacki with Oxygen. At 2, it's Ronaldinho with Vamos Bebe. Which means this week's number 1 is Manny Pacquiao with Lalaban Ako. Well done, Roisin. He's got all 3 points. We're going to go and have a break. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the League of Their Own on Sky One. Our next round. Incredible career you've had. You've scored some stunning goals. What was your greatest achievement as a player?
Winning the league at Portsmouth, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. When I went down to Portsmouth, we were 33-1 ranked outsiders to win the league. I would say second game as it goes.
Really?
Yeah, and I say that because we won our first game at home and I thought we'd be all right. And then we went to Crystal Palace away and we were 2-0 down at half-time and I was walking off the pitch and it could have been 10-0. And I thought, what have I done coming here? This is going to be pathetic, embarrassing. And Harry, coming at half time, we sat down and he just went off. 3 at the back, 5 in midfield, due free roll, bang, and we won 3-2. And I thought, oh, we got a chance here. And that's when I thought, good manager, great manager. People say wheeler dealer, it's so disrespectful, and I'm just saying it because Jamie's here. His dad, tactically, is one of the best I've worked with. One of the best I've worked with. If Arsene Wenger had Harry Redknapp's tactical nous, Arsenal would win the league.
Was he one of your favourites?
All time. I think he was voted 26th on the list. To me, top 6. He was the heartbeat of that team. And players like him and his team, people would just die for that Arsenal show. We remember those days and that team. We don't win like we used to. They haven't got players like him anymore.
Paul, I worry the kids today don't know just how good you were. These days, if you tap Paul Merson's greatest moments into Google, this comes up.
It's in the box, and it's a goal! It's 2-1, and what a turnaround! Who scored?
The ball goes to Jokovic. No. What a save. What a Jay. What a Jay. What is... And there he is. Jovetic. Now, what a save, Saproni. Straight across the keeper. I think the keeper's got to get it, but he's gone straight into the far post, far corner, and my front.
I played against Merson. I'm lucky enough to play with you as well, or train with you with England and stuff. I think as Piers said earlier on, sometimes you forget, you look at the team, this guy can play. Maverick. I mean, the genius. And I also love, we used to go to England camps and sit down, listen to his stories for hours. He was a fantastic footballer. You know, you're paid to watch him, and Arsenal fans were lucky to have him for so many years. He's a genius.
Well, you're a very rare breed. You're a very rare breed, Paul, because you actually scored a penalty for England at the World Cup. I know, can you believe it? Here you are back in 98.
Referee wasn't happy where the goalkeeper was placed. Now he's complaining to the referee that Merson has moved the ball off the spot.
It's delayed for Merson. That's tactics.
This is real pressure on Merson now. He's turned quickly and he's scored with
How nervous were you taking that penalty?
I was so nervous, I was petrified, and I missed a penalty for Middlesbrough against Sheffield United 3 months before, and it was going through my head. And Glenn Hoddle see me petrified, and Glenn Hoddle would have still been manager of England now. If he did say what he said, player, manager, bloke, international tactics, he was phenomenal. Very spiritual, very spiritual. But he come up to me on the halfway line, and he walked up to me and he used to do this thing with his hand. And he got his hand, he put it on the middle of my chest, and he looked me in the eye and he went, "You will not miss." And I went, "Thank fuck for that." And I knew I couldn't miss. I'd have bet my life I was going to score. I'd have bet my life.
Why didn't he do that to every player?
And I always
Why did he only do it to you? Why didn't he do it to David Batty?
That's what I always say. If Vincent Batty was as scatty as me, we could have won the World Cup that year.
Well, now, in honour of having footballing great Paul Merson on the show, I've devised a very special game. Now, Roisin, you're injured, so you're going to sit this one out, but the rest of you go and get changed. It's time to play diving headers. Teams will be running up the ramp and launching themselves into the air, hoping to get their head on the incoming ball. Each team will have 60 seconds to score as many diving headers past the opposition goalie as they can. Unfortunately for the keeper, the goal mouth is slippy, and it's a point for every goal scored. Easy, right? Let's welcome back the teams. Okay. Let's see if you're up first. So if you can go and line up down the far end. Jack, you're in goal for the Blues, so take your position on the inflatable.
Oh, why have you put lube here?
Said that before. All right then. Okay, good luck, Jack. Good luck, red team. Your time starts now. What's the save by him? Come on, Jamie!
He's wearing
hanging on there, my dear life. My apologies if you saw anything.
All right. Good luck, Jamie. Blues, you've got 60 seconds. Your time starts now.
This one was a good one.
Challenge, by the time our teams to complete a sporting challenge. Let's see what they're up against tonight. Yes, it's the biathlon, the winter sports that curiously combine skiing with shooting. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Team GB, Scott Dixon. Scott, thanks so much for coming down to see us. We really appreciate it. What is the biathlon?
Biathlon is a combination of cross-country skiing and rifle shooting.
It's sort of, at what point did someone go, I've got an idea for a sport, we walk, and then we go, might as well stop and have a little shoot here, shall we? And then we'll walk on. Talk us through the course that our guys are going to do here.
So the guys are going to come down the slope here, over this slope, and then they're going to come in here, shoot 5 targets, and once they've completed that, they're going to go over this ice slope here, and then back up the hill, and bring the cowbell at the top.
Can you show us how you will get back? Show us. Made it look like a full season catalogue of birds. Doesn't he look good, ladies? Alright, well, blue team, you have until Jamie gets up and rings the cowbell to answer as many questions as you can. Good luck, Jamie. Good luck, blue team. Your time starts now. Name 3 people Name 3 teams that finished above Arsenal last season.
Tottenham, Man City, and Chelsea.
Name 3 of the
remember it.
Well,
Once you get all the cool outfits and I have to look like a badly packed sausage.
I don't know. I think you look like a wonderfully packed sausage.
Thank you.
All right, good luck, Jack. Good luck, red team. Your time starts now. Next week on Portsmouth Arsenal winners round. Next week, our goal scorer for the 2017 Champions League final.
Ronaldo. Who else? Ronaldo. Who was the one? The big centre forward. Oh, yeah. Two keepers. And that's Brazilian boy.
Three Italian managers that won the Premier League.
Conte, Mancini, and Ranieri.
Three countries to make them black.
Yellow, black, and green.
Yes.
Bill Thompson, not assist Edwards.
Three European countries that begin with the letter S.
Sweden, Slovenia, Slovakia.
Name three famous magicians.
Daniel, called up a Bill. And David Hay.
Name three teams that host a tennis Grand Slam tournament.
Paris, Melbourne, Paris, London.
Name three Summer Olympic events beginning with B.
Badminton, basketball, baseball.
Name three football clubs Ronaldinho has played for.
Barcelona, AC Milan, and champions is Christian.
Name three NBA teams to be crowned champions in the last decade.
Cleveland, Golden State, and Spurs.
Name three types of kebab.
Bonham, chicken,
Well done, Jack. Well done, red team. Let's have a look at the replay.
that one was shot, that thing. Look,
I felt the easiest bit.
Well done, Jack. Well done, red team. You scored 7 points. That is tonight's winners of the red team. You're in the league of nine. Well done. Thanks to Freddie, Jack, Piers, Jamie, Paul, Roisin, and Scott Gibson. I'm James Jordan. You've been watching the league of nine on Sky One. Until next time. Good night.
Liverpool are feeling the pressure and Man U are on top form. What do you reckon? Watch the game live this Saturday with Sky Sports.